Alright. So this one should actually be pretty clear. Alright. I didn't think about it. But she saw a flash. There's no flash in the photo. Really? That's not it? Well, good thing I saved. That ain't it either. Good thing I saved. Well, that ain't it. Let's see here. Maybe the pistol. Man, I am struggling with this. I can't figure out what it is. It's a contradiction. I don't know, maybe I just gotta press everything. Okay. Let's check this out again. Wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she would waste any time looking at a boat. What did I do now? But what piece of evidence on there would it be? Can I prove that she didn't just watch the boat the whole time? That's not it. Am I gonna have to pull out a walkthrough for this one? Cause I've been stuck on it for a while. Can't figure it out. Man, what could it be? Alright, I guess I'm breaking out the walkthrough. They generally give pretty good hints too. But I can't figure out what it is. I think the hard part is that sometimes you have to be really specific. And like there's multiple things that can seem like it's the proper evidence. But you have to pick the exact right one. And sometimes, like, yeah, I'm not gonna walk through the whole thing. It's just this one I'm stuck on right now. I can't figure it out. Okay. It says to press statement 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know. If she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she would waste any time looking at a boat. What did I do now? You're giving me that look for. And then I present Gordy? Objection! Okay, apparently that's what I had to do. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Okay. So that was a little bit different than some of the other ones that I've had to do. Because I wasn't necessarily directly contradicting anything. I had to press first and then present something like directly after that. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well, well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I was, just, I thought, you know, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I sure was watching that boat. Till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph. You got the proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting in this. Right. That's why I took this photo in. Witness. That's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop in quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good has it done to any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means this cross-examination is over. Obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo. Somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? I'm gonna show other evidence. Wait, Your Honor, this evidence. I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Okay, apparently not that. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence the left hand contradicts. It bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding the pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting in the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You have given us definitive proof today. We know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. But who could have the defendant shot... Okay. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna say the victim himself. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order. Order. So you are saying that the victim committed suicide, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed. That does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There was no way it could have been suicide. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Autopsy report updated in the court record. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for the trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate into this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. The court is adjourned. December 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. So only part of her testimony was the bang she heard. Lotta's deposition added to the court record. Alright. Before we continue, I'm gonna get some more soup. And I'm probably gonna change my socks too. Yeah, my socks are a little wet. Are my shoes wet? My shoes are a little wet too. I'm wearing shoes to try and keep my feet warm, but it seems like my socks